Good evening! If you follow me on TikTok, you may have already actually seen this look done. Don't let that spoil that for you. And I am so glad that I decided to make this one a YouTube video because I was doing some of them on Twitch and some of them on YouTube, which doesn't take any content away from YouTube, it just adds it to both platforms. Multiple platforms. It's a lot of looks. This look is very far out of my realm of what I usually do. Please do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Using an eyebrow marker, I started off by sketching out my design. Now this took me several times to actually figure out how I wanted the leaves to look, so it looks kind of like a mess for right now. I knew that no matter what I did, I wanted to have a variation of leaves instead of the same leaves over and over again. I also did a very bad paint job filling in this green because I knew I was going to cover it anyways, so enjoy that. Using a lime green body paint, I then began to truly fill in where I wanted the leaves to go. This is also going to act as a highlight. I wanted the overall look of the leaves to feel foresty and somewhat whimsical, also including a lot of fuzzy looking leaves, which I guess basically probably would be pine trees, but they look nice and fluffy. Using a dark green eyeshadow, I then started to separate some of the leaves not only so you could tell them apart, but also to create the shadows of the previous leaves that are layered on my chest. Mixing together the original green body paint with a little bit of white, I then went back and highlighted some of the leaves. I didn't want this to be as bright as the lime green, just enough to create a little bit of highlight. Mixing together the Made You Look body paint in the color Yeti and a green body paint, I created a very, very light green. I didn't want to add too much of this because leaves aren't really that shiny, but I just wanted to create some further separation. I then cleaned up any leaves that had a little bit of an outline still showing from the eyebrow marker earlier. Now originally this character was actually getting a headpiece, which is what made me want to make the mushrooms out of clay. I ended up not going with the headpiece because I felt like it was too much as opposed to feeling more whimsical, fairy-like, and natural, even though it doesn't look natural at all, but you know what I mean. But I made the mushrooms out of foam clay and then painted them, which I still ended up using in the makeup anyways. And not to mention this was the main source of the emoji, so I had to include the mushrooms for my mushroom character. Now my face was the biggest mystery of this entire character because I knew what I wanted to do, but I also didn't know what I wanted to do. More so, I didn't know how I was gonna go about doing what I wanted to do. After applying foundation to my face and primer to my eyes, I then went in using white eyeshadow and just highlighted the base of my eyelid. Questioned my creative process a little bit and filled my eyebrows in a very dark green. Now I think the main issue was that I don't like green and red together, but I knew I had to do green and red together for this look and I was just a little nervous. I then just went for it. I put red eyeshadow all over those eyelids. And to make my inner corners pop, I used the NYX white eyeliner. Let the red cheeks chaos begin. I decided, I should probably go with an airbrush maybe to get this nice, and then I'm like, I should probably do maybe an orangey kind of red. Didn't really like that, so I thought the best solution would be to put it even more on my face. Then I thought to myself, we'll just add a little bit of red. airbrush makeup in there. Then altogether, I said, you know what, never mind. I'm just gonna go in using a Made You Look Fluffy eyeshadow brush, the same red eyeshadow that I used on my eyes, and just blend it onto my cheeks. I used a little bit of white eyeshadow to blend out the edges, didn't know if I was liking that, panicked a little bit, and decided the best option was just to straight up go with a fluffy brush and apply red eyeshadow. Using the Made You Look body paints in the color Yeti, I added those mushroom freckles, and you know what? It helped a lot. I added white eyeshadow to the tip of my nose, and suddenly I became adorable. I also just highlighted a couple different spots using white eyeshadow just to make some things pop, added some eyeliner. Look at the size of my eyeliner. For my eyelashes, I decided to just use mascara, but pinch my eyelashes together in some spots so they weren't as separated, and I thought maybe it looked a little more whimsical. For my lips, because if I am applying lip color, I usually like to go with a dark color, I just added a dark green and also added light green in the center, making it look like a leaf. To add the mushrooms, I cut them in half and stuck them on using a little bit of Prosade. Adorable and fairy-like is not usually my direction when coming up with characters, but I absolutely love how this turned out. Also, thank you so much for 1.4 million followers on TikTok and 800,000 followers on Instagram. I really appreciate you guys. And if you enjoy my videos, please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel.